All right, so this next part is for Chapter 2, Lesson 1. This is some extra practice. Should you feel like you just want some more practice before going to your homework, or let's say you went and did your homework and you realized you dropped the bomb and it was real bad and you didn't do very well and you just want to do some more practice, which I think is amazing. Go ahead and get your book open to page 92. We're going to work through the first 6 problems together. If you're feeling like you're getting it, feel free to stop it, or if the first part's not what you need but the second part is, then fast forward. Your choice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started and taking a look at the first one. It says write each decimal as a fraction in simplest form. So 0 and 5/10. So remember, 5/10. Say it out loud because that's the last digit is in the tenths place value, 5/10. When I look at 5/10, I know that they have a common factor of 5. So I'm going to divide each of those by 5, and I get 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay, the next one, that is really weird. Oh, I'm doing the independent practice. I'm sorry, I'm on page 93, not on 92. Okay, so I get 1/2. The next one, I see 0 and 7/10. 7/10. Now, we need to write it in simplest form. 7 and 10. Do they have a common factor? Let's see, the factors of 7 are 1 and 7. The factors of 10 are 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. So 1, 2, 5, and 10. Do they have a common factor? No. This is already simplified. Okay, next one, 33 hundredths. So I'm going to write 33 hundredths. Okay, 33 hundredths. Do they have a common factor? Nope, they sure don't. So that's in simplest form. That's done. The next one, 875 thousandths. 875 thousandths. Okay, well, knowing what I know about 25, I'm going to start there. I'm going to divide each of those by 25. When I take 875 and I divide it by 25, I get 35. When I take 1,000 and divide it by 25, I get 40. Oh man, I can still go lower. I know that I can divide each of those by 5. So 35 divided by 5 gives me 7, and 40 divided by 5 gives me 8. So 7/8. Okay, so that is in fraction of simplest form. All right, next one. We're going to take a fraction and we're going to write, or the fraction or the mixed number, and we're going to write it as a decimal. So 77/200ths. Okay, so remember that we can do one of 2 methods. We can, number 1, find an equivalent fraction, if that's the easiest, or number 2, we could also take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. So on some of these I'm going to kind of go back and forth. So let's say with this first one, let's go ahead and just divide just to see what happens, okay? So we're going to take 77/200ths, and actually I'm going to go ahead and put that over, oh wait, when I'm dividing, I'm going to drop this down and I'm going to put my 77 here, decimal point, and I'm going to add 3 zeros, 2 or 3, you choose, it doesn't matter. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that decimal point, I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to ignore it like it's not even there. So if I have 77, can I make a group of 200? Nope. If I have 770, can I make a group of 200? Let's see, 200, 400, 600. Yeah, I can make 3 groups. That gives me 600. When I subtract, I get 170. I'm going to bring it down, and now I have 1,700. Let me go ahead and move this up just a little bit so we've got some room. Okay, so now 1,700, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600. That gives me 8 times 1,600. I'm going to subtract. I'm left with 100, which means I've got to bring down that next 0. If I need to keep adding zeros, I will. So now I'm at 1,000. Sweet. Okay, 1,000, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. How many groups is that? That is 5. And I have nothing left over, so I am done. So 77/200ths written as a decimal is 0 and 385 thousandths. Cool, right? Love it. Okay, 1/20th. So 1/20th. Remember, now I'm going to show an equivalent fraction. Remember our denominator to find an equivalent fraction, okay, has to be 10, 100, 1,000. Well, 10, I'd be going backwards, so that's not really an ideal one. So what about 100? 20 times what gets me to 100? 20 times 5. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So I'm going to multiply that numerator times 5, and I get 5 hundredths. Now, I can't leave it like that because I'm not supposed to be writing the equivalent fraction. I'm writing it as a decimal. 5 hundredths. So 0 point, this is very important, 0, 5. That 5 must be in the hundredths place value. If you write it like this, that is 5/10. Is your decimal, or is your fraction 5/10? No, your fraction is 5 hundredths. This would be wrong. That would be wrong. Don't do it, okay? That would be wrong. Make sure that that last digit is in the correct place value. The next one, 12/75. I think I can divide both of those by 3. I think I can do some scaling back and scaling forward here. I can divide each of those by 3, which gives me 4 over 25. Yes, because then I know that I can get from 25 to 100 by multiplying by 4. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top number. So 4 times 4 is 16. I have 16 hundredths. So I'm going to write that as a decimal, 0 and 16 hundredths. Okay, then next one. Oh, look, I have a whole number. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 8 and right there. So now all I need to do is focus on that decimal. 21/40. 21/40. Let's go ahead and divide this one out. Put that decimal point right after. Cross that out. Add a couple of zeros. We might have to add more. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to move that decimal point up. I'm going to set it and forget it. Okay. 21/40. Can I make a group? Nope. 210. Can I make a group? Of course I can. I can make 5, which would give me 200. So that gives me, with subtract and then bring down, I have 100. If I have 100, how many groups can I make? I can make 2 groups. So 2 times 40 is 80. I can subtract, gives me 20. Oh, I guess I need to add another 0. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down. Notice how my numbers are all lined up. That is super important. You'll see it over here too, right? Well, notice how they're all lined up. You have to keep your numbers lined up. You have to be organized. Okay, so if I have 200 and I have 4, or how many groups of 40 can I make out of 200? I can make 5. 5 times 40 is 200, and I'm left with 0. So I'm going to tack on this right here to what I already put in my whole number. So 8 and 525 thousandths. Okay, there is some more practice problems for you. Again, if I went too fast, rewind, watch this again. You guys have done a fantastic job at staying with me and going through some of these practice problems. Okay, now you get started on your homework, or if you need to go back to your homework and fix it, go for it.